welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you've landed here for the very first time. Today we'll be reacting to 14 reasons the Philippines is different from rest of the world. Okay, this was very much requested. This is by Bright Side. I do see videos from this place a lot, but I haven't seen this one, of course. I had saved it right when I got a lot of recommendations, but finally got the time to react and learn why is it different from rest of the world. So yeah, let's get started. But before that, I hope you have subscribed to my channel and click the bell icon which is just next to it so you don't miss out any further updates. You can also follow me on my Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, and everything will be down in the description box. For a shout out, since you want it, you have to be my Patreon, and again the link will be in the description box, and once you become my Patreon, you will get the shout out right in the segment. Okay, let's go for it. I am ready to learn. I love it. Yes. They have another video for India too. Okay, I may see it later on. I don't have Indian audience, so I don't do reaction to it, but I can definitely watch it off camera. That's a fact. I'm Indian, but I do not have Indian audience. Okay, whatever. As long as my berries are happy, I'm happy. Beyond Local Goddess is happy. Play. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love.
What if I told you there's a country where over 175 languages are spoken?
Salute.
People text more than anywhere else in the world, and boxing fights directly influence crime rates.
Wait, what?
It sounds pretty much unbelievable, but it's all true in the Philippines. 14.
I did not know that.
There are more than 175 spoken languages. There are 2 official languages in the Philippines: Filipino, based on Tagalog, and English. Filipino is the most commonly spoken and pop culture language, and the government of the country uses English in their work. By the way, the Philippines are number 5 on the list of the world's top English-speaking populations after US, India, Pakistan, and the UK.
We are number 2.
All this sounds pretty plain and ordinary, but in fact, the diverse linguistic groups living in the country use over 175 languages for their internal communication. Since many of them exist only in spoken form, it's impossible to calculate the exact amount.
Okay, I love it.
Their capital is the most densely populated city in the world. The nation's capital, Manila, and its 16 surrounding cities that make up the Metro Manila area have a population of 12.8 million people. During the daytime, this number gets way higher since many people come here to work. And while the number doesn't sound that crazy, take note that all these people live and work in an area of 16.56 square miles. This makes the population density equal to 111,002 people per square mile. And that's 5 times higher than in Mumbai or Paris, for example.
Higher than Mumbai?
They have churches in shopping malls. Shopping malls aren't merely a place where you buy stuff for Filipinos. They are safe, air-conditioned community hubs with gyms, health clinics, concert halls, nightclubs, parks, and even churches inside. So it's no surprise that they are the favorite place to meet up with friends for so many locals. And 3 of the world's 10 largest shopping malls are located in the Philippines. They are Mega Fashion Mall of SM Mega Mall, SM City North EDSA, and SM Mall of Asia. 11.
I need to go.
Filipinos are the #1 texting nation
really?
in the world.
I need to be a Filipino.
You already know Filipinos love meeting up with friends at shopping malls.
I prefer texting or calling.
When they can't see each other in person, they text. And when they do it, they rarely limit it to, "Hey, how are you?" In fact, they send about 400 million texts a day. And that's around 142 billion texts a year. It's more than the US and Europe put together. Not exactly a little number for a country of 107 million people. 10.
I love it.
They have a unique form of transportation. If you visit Manila, you'll notice some interesting looking vehicles called jeepneys. They are converted US Army Jeeps that stayed in the country after World War II. Filipinos adapted them to transport up to 18 passengers who jump on the jeepney going in their direction and ring the bell for it to stop.
Like a bus.
There are about 50,000 jeepneys in Manila, and they all look different. With basketball stars, cartoon characters, inspirational quotes, neon lights, and whatnot on them. There are 2 major problems with jeepneys, safety concerns and pollution. They produce huge amounts of black smoke. So hurry up if you want to ride before they get replaced with a rapid transit system. 9. One of the islands has more volcanoes than towns. The Philippines are, without a doubt, a super scenic location.
True.
Among all the islands
Like
that are a
painted.
part of it,
So
Camigan sure
pretty.
stands out, with more volcanoes per square mile than any other island on the planet. The island is 14 miles long and 8.5 miles wide, and has 7 volcanoes and 5 towns. And even though
7.
earthquakes and eruptions shaped it, volcanoes have been deep asleep since the 50s, so thousands of tourists can safely visit the island these
that's
days.
good.
8. Their national flag has a secret
meaning.
meaning. The national flag of the Philippines has 2 bands of blue and scarlet,
Yes.
and a white triangle at the hoist with a yellow sun and 8 rays, each of them standing for one province of the country. The yellow stars stand for the 3 largest island groups, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. What makes the
Luzon.
flag really unique is that it can be reversed to declare a state of war. This happened during the Filipino Revolutionary War of 1898 to 1901 and during World War II in 1941 to 1945. 7.
I love this.
Boxing
I
directly
love it.
affects crime rates in the country.
I love learning. I'm a curious
Filipinos
person
love
always.
boxing
I
and
love
are
learning
crazy
more.
about their most famous boxer, Manny Pacquiao.
Okay.
Whenever he fights, the whole country is glued to its TV sets. And according to the
Whoa.
Philippine National Police, PNP, crime rates in the country drop significantly when he's in the ring. During his 12-round fight against American boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. that went from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., not a single crime was committed in the whole
People are
Manila
so glued to
metropolitan
watching
area.
him.
It was
That's
basically the same
amazing.
during other major fights with the participation of the people's champ, Manny Pacquiao. 6. A lot
That's
of
amazing.
Filipinos work abroad. It might be because of their flexible and reliable character, or the fact that they speak great English as a
Yes.
second language. But more than 11 million Filipinos work abroad. It's around
Ooh.
11% of the population, and a quarter of all overseas nurses in the world come from the Philippines.
Wow.
5.
Nurturing
Their
side.
rice terraces are the 8th wonder of the world.
Hey.
The Nawa rice terraces are the oldest in the world, and were so smartly
So
designed that they still
beautiful.
bring a harvest of rice and vegetables, most of which get
I wanna
exported.
go.
And it is believed if all the terraces had been built end to end, they would stretch halfway around the world. Today, these places bring
Wow.
the country more money as a tourist destination than rice plantations,
But
and
still,
thus
I
they
mean,
play an important role for the economy of the
It
Philippines.
still does, yes.
4. They produce a lot of
Coconuts. I love coconuts.
For years, the Philippines have been the #1 producer of coconuts in the world. And even though the leadership now belongs to Indonesia,
Oh, okay.
153,532,000 tons per year is still an impressive
Coconuts are
number,
really
isn't
expensive where I
it? These
live.
coconuts are used to make
Really
anything from
expensive.
clothing to beauty products.
Okay,
3.
beauty products, I
the
get
first
it.
European to
Clothing.
visit the Philippines was Ferdinand Magellan. The legendary explorer made the first record of the archipelago among the Europeans in 1521.
1521.
He founded the first settlement in Cebu, and thus most of
Cebu.
the area became a Spanish colony. This explains the fact that around 90% of the population are Christian,
Okay.
unlike most of the country's neighbors. In 1898, the Philippines went under U.S. rule, and later, in 1946,
I learned some of it
became
in the
an
history of
independent republic.
Philippines.
2. A Filipino made the first karaoke machine.
I think
If
I
you
learned
love
this
to
as
sing
well, but
along,
I love
you want to
karaoke.
thank Filipinos for your favorite pastime.
you.
The first
Salamat
karaoke
po.
machine in the world was created in 1975
I wanna
by
have
Roberto
a
Del
karaoke
Rosario.
machine
He
at my
patented
place.
it as the sing-along system,
Because I really
and
love
even
to
though
sing,
there were some
but I'm
attempts
bad
to
at it.
claim his creation, he still remains the only patent holder for the karaoke system.
Oh.
1. The population is extremely good-looking.
I agree.
Along with their love for boxing,
I
texting,
agree.
and shopping, Filipinos are crazy about beauty pageants.
But they're
It
so
might be the
beautiful
years of
and-
American rule that gave them this love for competitive beauty, but the fact remains a fact. They
I
have won
agree.
in all major international pageants 15 times.
That's
there
true.
were 4 girls crowned
Miss
Miss
Universe.
Universe, 1 Miss World, 6 title holders of Miss
Wow.
International, and 4 Miss Earth crowns. The first official pageant
said
was
this
held within
before
the
as well.
country
I
in
mean,
1908.
everyone I
and
see is
since
so beautiful.
2001, it's not
Wow.
just about beauty, but also for the promotion of environmental protection. Would you like to visit the Philippines?
Yes.
Or maybe you've already been there.
I have
Let me know
not,
in the comment section below.
unfortunately.
Don't forget.
Unfortunately, I haven't been there, but soon. That's the whole reason I'm working hard, making videos, and earning some money so I can go to Philippines, vlog, share it with you guys. Just go there and enjoy the beauty. Dying. Hopefully I can go there soon and meet you guys. If there are any berries out there, I would definitely meet you guys. And that would be like great. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed because I thoroughly did. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye berries. Love you. Next time.